So, welcome guys. If you are watching, you've been on record for I don't know how long. Cut off paternity. But as you can see, we work on our own cars here. But I'm a professional, but I'm not licensed. So when it comes to this stuff, come to the Dohcta. So we are at the Dohcta's lab in Grafenstein with Tyron and Tristan. Welcome, man.
Thanks, Mike. Wasabi.
Cool.
What's up, guys?
Cool, man. So yeah, this is the Dohcta's lab, version 2. Well, no, version 3.
Yeah, version 3 actually.
Version 3, yeah. Yeah, man. How long have you been in this game?
Yeah, so now that you mentioned version 3, so back in the day, version 1 was at my parents' house. Just doing what we're doing here. Used to love Hondas since light day already. So started in my parents' garage, toying with the D16s back in the day. Started there with the
Good
D16
engines.
A9. Yes, definitely. And then yeah, one thing led to another. Eventually moved from my parents' house to another house in Grafenstein, and that was now version 2. And yeah, what I think like 5-7 years later, moved here, and now we're at version 3. But through all these years, I think the customer base grew and grew and grew.
Yeah.
And now we're playing with it's no longer D's, it's now B's and K's, and cams and final drives and whatever.
Okay. So while you're talking about that, why B specifically?
I think in my case, it's just a personal preference. Especially coming from the D series, knowing what the Ds could do. I think back then also was a heavy D series cook. And then eventually, somewhere along the line, in fact, I ran a bearing. Hello T.
Yes, I read a bearing too. Thank you.
Ran a bearing. By that time, I actually had a B20 motor already. So I thought, okay, here's my chance now, excuse to go B20. And then yeah, for the B series, and I'm sure the people will know, you can't compare the torque of a B20 with a little D16. So yeah, why the B series? It's much better than the D. Lot of torque, and it's fun. Motors are not so expensive. K series is obviously also.
If you see what they're going for.
Yeah. You were speaking of
15K.
that. Yeah, like back in the day, my VTEC, the same heat that is still on the. I can't remember how long it was ago, but for 3.5. Yeah. Even the B20 back then was what, like, I don't know, 4-5K. Check where the prices is now. It's getting to a point we can rather put the K in instead of B.
Yeah.
So speaking of B series motors and what we have, so this is still my my first B20. This is the 5th time we're touching the car.
Yeah,
So
opening up.
we had the B18B that the car came with. I knew fuck all about Hondas. It looked nice, it made like a sounds. Came home, the car's pissing oil, oil's coming out of the. I took the robot racing just I just degrease it, send it. Anyway, so came here and then also saw when we started pulling the plug heads out, there's oil in the what you call the stuff?
Yeah, with the spark plug goes in
The
there.
spark plugs go in. Anyway.
The yellow oil.
And then when you started looking closer, the keyway was worn. So I'm like, alright, buy the B20. Let's just go one time B20, it's already a B series. My biggest mistake was not opening that motor. So
Yeah.
we bought it, fitted it with the SOC 180i box that it came with. Car ran alright, I made a decent 120, 119 kilowatts.
Yeah.
Ran it each day, ran it, no I didn't run it innocent, I ran it each day. God, ran a 15-1 or something. But decent.
Nice what it was on VTEC, yeah.
Made like a power and then the ring started calving, started smoking. But it wasn't too bad yet, it was still alright.
But we saw the puff.
It was all the puff, yeah. Then it came lockdown, bought a B16 head from Boere.
Yeah.
Decent head, oh frick cheap, 6K.
Yeah.
6K, yeah, 6K.
Yeah.
Fitted it. This was in lockdown. Yeah,
I think
in
time flies
lockdown.
so
In
quick,
lockdown.
no? Yes.
Um, did it flippin' past curfew. Lights is off. We were still running with torches.
I
Getting it
remember.
done. Anyway, got that in. Got it tuned. Call made 134, 133, 133. Decent
That's by Isaac, no?
by Isaac at
And the
Diantec.
big.
Then we ran at MSA with this Mandela box, 14.2,
Yeah, I remember. Yeah.
and I still haven't fixed that time. 14.2, but then by that time the rings were in the
Yeah.
shops. It's I'll put the video in.
That time it was a
Smoke machine.
proper puff. Yeah. Yeah.
And then then we tore everything down. Then we took the pistons out, took the motor apart, took the box apart. The box is also whining.
Yeah.
Rebuilt the box. Did put some spice into the box.
On the cylinders.
Found the cylinders. Sent the block away. Got it cleaned. Mr. Naidu came with some gearbox parts, and then that's when we started with the cams.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you can grab a cam for me if it's possible.
Yeah.
If it's not, then it's alright. So
It looks nice over
to the non-believers, this is my regrind, and let the camera focus here if it can. There we go. Yeah, these are so many specs these days. Call it spec savers. This cam, I don't know.
Maybe you should explain a little.
No.
No, I want to say with the.
Do you want this cam? If you really want it,
Speak to me.
speak to me. Might give it away, maybe. Definitely not a raffle.
And so speaking of.
Okay, so while we're on the topic of cams, maybe Tyron, you can explain to us a bit, because there's a lot of misconceptions, I would say.
About cams, yeah.
Misconceptions about cams. Obviously, this is your OEM cut to a certain degree. Okay, you do the talking.
Yeah.
Billet.
Yeah, so there's always a little bit of confusion between the cams, stock cams, cut cams, billet cams. Sometimes you see people selling stock cams or cut cams, and they put in the ad it's the billet cam, or they would say it's a Krawa or a Skunk 2 or whatever. Then I always say, wrong, you don't know what you're talking about. You see, a stock cam is basically a stock cam that came out of the B16. When you talk about the regrinds, when you take your stock cam to a place like Master Cams or Sport Cam, or in Joburg, you can take it to Van der Linde, then they cut the stock cam, and they basically cut at the bottom of the lobes.
So,
Yeah, so they basically cut, if this is the top part of the lobe, they're cutting at the bottom of the lobe. And they cut that to basically widen the duration, and the duration is how long the valves actually stay open. So when they cut the cam, it would go from, I'll just throw a number, say a 250 degree cam to maybe a 272 or 276 or a 280. So you gain more duration, but you don't really gain lift. And lift, okay, you do gain a little bit of lift with cutting the cams, but not that much. Just turn this camera around, bro. I want the people to see the lobes. So when it comes to billet cams, these things can actually be machined to a certain spec. And this is where you get your skunks and your Krawas and blocks and whatever. So they basically have a blank cam with round lobes, and now it could be cut to a certain lift. In other words, the peak of this is a bit higher. And they could make the lobe a bit fatter. I don't know if I should take out a set of billets to actually show the people what they look like. But, but what I'm trying to say is you can't cut a stock cam to a billet spec. If anyone says that, they don't know what you're talking about. Because you can't increase the lift on a stock cam.
yep. You can't add material, really.
Yeah, 100%, yeah.
Lovely. Cool, man. Thanks for that explanation.
Question. I'm gonna trigger warning to whoever already. when someone is selling a skunk, a real cam,
Yeah.
and it's been used, should we watch out for if that degree or that lift or that spec that it was cut to is still where it's at?
Yeah, you're probably referring to the wear on the cams now.
Yeah.
That's why I like my Regrinds and walk spec. That stuff don't.
It doesn't wear.
It doesn't wear off.
Because the regrinds
Yeah.
don't wear off, but there's
Yeah.
also, when looking on Skunk's site, when looking at what the tuner 2s, tuner 3s, blah blah blah, they rate it for a certain amount of mileage too.
Yeah, that's true. Actually, I do
And-
think though.
Yeah, I've seen cams get changed from tuner 2s to brand new tuner 2s and the car picks up power.
Yeah, yeah, and that is usually when the cam lobes wear off a little, and I think it's kind of popular with the skunks. Or let me say the first version of the skunk cams, and I think it was probably just a softer material, because I don't think that is an issue with the new skunk cams. So just
Yeah.
When I brought the cams, he looked at them and he saw that it looks like they casting it differently.
yeah.
Yeah.
But I think at one point they actually had a video up and they explained why they changed from the the one version to the other version. You can see also with the new cams the markings on it is different.
Because another thing that I also saw, and this wasn't skunk, this was blocks, when I was looking at cams for myself, they market theirs as race use only. And the reason they do that is because it's not meant to be dailied
Yeah.
in our little going to work,
Yeah.
going into tech all the time, because
Not
you
in tech
are
down.
wearing the cam down.
Yeah. No, it's
So
still.
they get away with it by saying race use only, X amount of track mileage, not.
When I upset the
Yeah.
market, eh?
Yeah. I do think though that when you buy the cams, it needs to be paired with the correct springs also.
Yeah.
Because obviously with the higher lift cams, we need higher tension springs. I do think if the wrong spring is selected to a point where it's too tight or too stiff or the tension is too high, then it can actually accelerate the wear
Yep.
on the cam. So that is something to really look out for. But you can clearly see because your aftermarket billet cams is dark in color.
Mhm.
So when it starts wearing off, you can clearly see on the low a little bit of silver coming through.
Yeah.
And that's usually a red flag. I've seen already. And then obviously in other cases it actually damages the rockers itself in the head.
While we're getting to the rockers, I need LMAs.
Do you need elements?
Yeah. These ones are, you heard other motor sounds.
And even if you check on Skunk's website, for certain cams they would recommend
Yeah.
using aftermarket LMAs. I like Honda spring type LMAs, the newer version. So Honda itself actually realized, okay, the LMAs is not so, probably after a couple of years of driving, but then they obviously realized there's a problem with the LMAs and they came out with a spring type LMA, which I fitted in my motor and still going strong.
Do I
Will
need
you-
to get, do I need to get B16A6 ones, or do they differ from the C's?
I must actually go check the part number,
part
I have the
number.
part number, yeah.
Let me know and then I can
Yeah.
get them.
I'm not
hopefully soon.
mistaken, it might be H22 LMAs,
Oh shit.
but there's a specific number for it, yeah. But it works like a bomb.
Speaking of LMAs, I'm not using the ones in mine.
Why not? Oh, because you're saving for the new cam,
I bought skunk
the
LMAs.
Alpha.
Yeah. So if you want my LMAs, if it works,
Why aren't you
Yeah.
using yours?
because I've got the skunk ones. I'm talking about my stock ones.
Oh, your stock ones.
Because I've got the.
But these
yeah,
are also stock ones. But can you measure if it's still in spec or something?
You can see the difference, man, because the stock one looks like a little hydraulic lifter. That's
Mhm.
probably what you also have in there, and then the newer ones look like a little valve spring.
Yeah, the ones that I got looks like little.
Valve springs.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the right stuff in here.
Thank you.
Yeah, sorted.
Okay.
I would recommend it.
Moving on. Thanks for that, bro. Moving on from this car to this one over here. So, can I take off?
Yes, it's fine, it's fine. Just my excuse the body for now, I'm still busy with it.
So this is. You never name your cars. You know what's wrong with you?
I just like to call them scrapples.
This is Scruffnick. This is Scruffnick.
Scrapnik, yeah.
But okay, this car has quite the story. You've never owned any other Honda besides Dohctas before.
This is Dohcta. I think everyone knows already. If you know Tyron, you'll know. It's this Dohcta.
So before we get into this car, This car, I believe, comes on a very long way. This is your third one. So if you can just briefly tell us about, then you can share as much or what you want to keep private, you can also. But maybe just tell us a story about your docs, how you got where you are today.
Yeah, so my very first one.
Maybe it's checking the sound. Right?
Yeah, so the very first one was in the maroon dock. Back then it was still a D16, A9. Basically started fiddling there. Did everything I could to that engine. Back then I didn't even have a chip in. Probably none the wiser also. I don't think the management and stuff was as rife as it is now. But yeah, I remember scratching on that thing, taking it for tuning, just doing the little things like setting the ignition timing properly, cam timing, lash settings, all that. But yeah, like I said, eventually that motor ran a bearing after giving a few P60s back. Yeah, back in the day we used to race on, maybe I shouldn't actually...
Yeah, you can, it's live on the internet, people go there for... It's not the same like it is.
Yeah, true, yeah. So back then, Saks, LaBelle, we used to race there. And yeah, it was quite nice to see the little D16A9 beating the bigger brother, the B16. But I eventually ran a bearing with that motor and then got the bigger brother, the B20. Also in the maroon docky, did everything myself as well. In that B20 I actually ran different cut cams as well. I think I had like 3 or 4 different sets of cut cams. I had a tune car made, nice power. I think in stock form it was about 122. And then got the cut cams in, and I've got the dyno sheets also. I've got like a whole stack of dyno sheets. Yeah, for the cut cams, and I think the car made like 133, 134 kilowatts.
That's insane.
Yeah, by that time I was eyeing the the Kraus, or let me say the Brian Kraus. So I got the stage 2 Brian Kraus, people would know it as PC cams. Some people would call it 4.2s or 4.3s. But that, and what a big difference. There's where I could see the difference between a cut cam and a billet cam. The very first thing I noticed the car is idling. Because with cut cams in a non-VTEC, the idling becomes a bit of a problem. It almost sounds like a Golf with cams in. So the idling is a bit of an issue. With the billet cams, the first thing I noticed, car starts up and it idles. Smooth. Well, not smooth, you could hear the lumpy idle. But I mean, it's a drivable, it makes the car more drivable, if I can put it that way. Ran like that for quite a couple of years. Then we moved from giving the P16 packs to the VVLs. Non-VTEC also. And then, yeah, eventually that car made an accident with. It's actually very bad, broke a rib. Also, illegal drags. Broke a rib. Motor was actually still alright. I think I damaged the bronze.
Don't you have a photo of that day? Next day?
Yeah, there is.
No, send it to me.
I'm sending the pics, yeah. Then I can see what it looked like, yeah. Yeah, needless to say, it was a sad affair. Anyway, after that talk, I got the white one. I just transplanted the engine as is, interior, everything, into the white one. I had the white one for a while. Yeah, eventually that car also hurt. I had a bit of a fender bender with that car. I feel like it's my own stupidness, but anyway, it is what it is. We love and we learn. And then yeah, I got this one in Wellington. Oh yes, by that time with the white car I put the VTEC in. And
Well, the white car, you had quite a few setups. You had the B18B non-tech.
Yeah.
You ran an HD, you ran a 14.
I think it was a 14.2 with
14.2?
the, I think it was a 14.2 with the B18 non-VTEC.
Non-VTEC.
Yeah. And I remember that was with actually one crowd cam in there. And the exhaust cam was standard.
Yeah.
That day I almost won the class.
red,
but
you got the red light.
The red
I
light,
remember,
yeah.
I remember.
And I remember one of the guys of Akina Speeches, I think, they still got that trophy. But yeah, then VTEC after VTEC for the cams, Doctor's Lab Spec cams. I was just joking, skunkies. Yeah, and one thing led to another. After the skunkies, it was, in the same time after the skunkies, it was the valve train. And then eventually opened the block, scratched in there. And I think that is where the motor is now. I actually fitted a different intake now. I had throttles also once upon a time on the white one, B20 VTEC. With that, the car made
Just tell the people quickly. You just said that now, but I don't think people understand how you had the throttles on. What was running the throttles?
Yeah. So, yeah, it's actually a very important point that a lot of people tell me when it comes to throttles, you're gonna have to run full management. I said, yeah, okay, it's fine. I'll check it out myself. I actually managed to run the B20 VTEC with the throttles on a standard dock ECU with a unique U. And the reason why it worked is because I used all the sensors, the map sensor, the TPS, all those things. I fitted it onto the ITB intake. I made a little vacuum bar for the map sensor as well. And it worked. No engine lights, nothing. I had a car tune, car made 178 kilowatts for that setup in.
Yes.
Yeah, that was fun. Yeah.
Cool, man. And okay, so now it's on video now. When are we seeing this car move on its own power? I need a month, a date.
Well, if it was up to me, sooner than later. But as you can see, the garage is full. I'm always busy with Hondas. And like they say, the mechanics car always gets the attention last. So, but yeah, hopefully the engine is in now. So I would like to maybe in this festive finish up, which is actually very quick because I want this in.
Yeah.
Just put the loom on that as well. And then yeah, the car will be drivable. But then I'll take some time also with the body to sort out whatever I want to do here. I already sprayed the engine, but I did that myself as well. Yeah, so then it's body work.
Cool. So yeah, thanks for sharing. So next to the camera here, if you can see, yeah,
Okay.
we're not gonna get into this now.
You may roll it out if you want.
So, hey?
I can roll it out if you
No,
want.
no. That's for another video. So we've got King B16 over here. I hope he's watching. That's his motor.
Mr. Naidu.
Yeah, there's a whole. Yeah, he said I can pop a turn by him and he'll give me the full rundown. Because that man's stories is even wilder.
Yeah.
He told me about how he sat in his tiny house in his room putting motors together back in the day.
Yeah, that actually reminds me of myself. I remember in my parents' house under my bed, I had all the parts laying out. The VTEC head, the cams, the vernier gears, the works, gearbox parts and everything. And my mother actually used to go on with me. I must clean out. Parts can't be laying in the house.
But yeah, that's just to my point what I mentioned a few videos ago. Yeah, it's old. There's newer stuff out there. There's faster stuff out there, but it's just not the same. This kind of experience, you can't. Yeah, I can't put it in words. You just need to do it yourself.
Yep.
Especially here in Cape Town. So there is actually international viewers, Tristan. And there's a guy from the States who watched and asked me about the whole stack thing.
No way.
Yeah. Here in Cape
It
Town.
seems like it's a Cape Town thing, no?
Mostly, and somewhere in the States as well.
Yeah.
They run NA
Okay.
setups. But back to my point, here in Cape Town, we love our NA Hondas. We never got the Type R EK or the Type R Integra,
Yeah.
or even the GSR Integra.
You can get any Integras.
Yeah, nothing, yeah.
So what we work with is the B16Bs, the B16As, the B18Bs, B20Bs, and these motors, yes, you can boost them, but it takes some work.
Yeah.
It's not like a GSR where you just slap the turbo on
Yeah.
and call it a day.
Mm.
So we try our luck with the NAs, and I think we're doing quite well under the circumstances. I mean, the best tracks the best track we run in Captain is at Killarney. It's a 60-foot prep, and the guys are running 11s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
11s, we're at
11
11.4 now.
11 is the new 12 these days.
Yeah. I'm obviously a fucking. I don't even think I'll ever get there. For me, this is about building the best B20 VTEC I can today with what I have, and using the car properly for drag racing, track racing, and maybe a hill climb one day.
So maybe. What maybe?
For a hill climb one day.
We have committed
But yeah.
to a hill climb with the CRX.
Because I
And
can't
with
believe
Wasabi.
it. I can't believe we had a Cape Town hill climb and there was no unders. There's only one FK. It was the yellow one.
One FN2.
I didn't
No,
know
there was no
that,
FN2.
No, it wasn't FN2. It was FK.
FK.
Yeah. And that was on the Sunday.
Yeah. No unders.
I didn't even know that we had a hill climb in Cape Town.
We need to market that event. We need to hire
Yeah.
us. If you're watching Speed Classic, hire
That's,
us again. Thank you for the media access, but yeah, let's shake it up next year because we know that road.
Next
Which
year,
one was it?
the Valdrak.
Sana.
Is it? Okay.
I mean,
Cut that out. It's gonna get cancelled. Okay. Cool. But yeah, thanks once again, bro.
All good, mate.
Thanks for the work you put into our cars and sharing the knowledge, and yeah.
No, it's a pleasure, man. I love
Next-
it. When you do things you love, it doesn't feel like it's work. I'm actually just enjoying myself.
Next time we have to scratch on the car. We need to do a wire tuck, cut that bracket off,
I see bracket.
battery relocate, steering rack loop,
yeah,
or fit the EG subframe.
that's the question. EG subframe.
But yeah, thanks for watching.
Thanks, guys.
Does it bolt in straight up?